Hi, everyone. I'm Chet Marchwinski, Communications Director at the Lean Enterprise Institute. Today, my guests are Eric Ethington and Matt Zayko. Eric is an LEI faculty member and coach supporting companies in the Lean Product and Process Development Program, and he is the founder of Lean Shift Consulting. Previously, he managed a corporate team responsible for supporting lean transformations at auto supplier Delphi's 6 divisions. Besides automotive, Eric has helped companies in a wide variety of industries implement lean principles, including defense, aerospace, consumer products, medical equipment, healthcare, and software. Matt also is an LEI lean product and process development coach. He works closely with smaller entrepreneurial-minded organizations as well as larger global companies. He worked in a variety of staff and management level roles under the guidance of former Toyota mentors for Chrysler, University of Michigan, Gelman Sciences, Delphi, and Danaher before starting his own consultancy. He has helped companies transform product development, engineering, manufacturing, service processes, and operating systems. Matt and Eric, thanks for taking time out from the annual Lean Product and Process Development Summit to talk a little bit about LPPD. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Chet.
Thanks.
Let's start with well, what is the purpose of lean product and process development?
I'll take that one. So yeah, it goes back to the roots from Al Ward, who wrote the book Lean Product and Process Development with LEI. And about 25 years ago, Al was a pioneer in this space, studying what we learned from Toyota. And he talked about the purpose of development, the lean product and process development being the creation of profitable operational value streams and useful knowledge, which differed from kind of just looking at product design or tests and analyses. So that was it was a holistic viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could add something
Sure.
there, one thing we've come to look at this as is LPPD is kind of like that model line for the enterprise.
Oh,
and what
okay.
I mean by that is in a lot of organizations, we learn about lean by doing a model line out in the plant. This kind of helps to crack that egg on what is how do you do actually an enterprise transformation? And in this case, instead of it just being a theoretical discussion, the product is something that everybody can rally around and start to see how they contribute and what they do. So we also kind of like to look at it in those terms. And so then it's really becomes this set of principles and practices that you use to do that enterprise transformation, create the useful knowledge, create the profitable value streams.
So just like the model line in a lean transformation in manufacturing, where you can use all the principles and tools, this, as you said, you can bring in a model, create a model line for enterprise transformation.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. So you guys get out there a lot. You work with companies that are applying LPPD principles. What do you see? What are the failure modes that you see with lean product and process development?
Yeah, Chad, well, three failure modes we typically see are what we call too much too early, which is risks are unknown with a process specific to process development, and decisions are made too early. They have a big impact later on. Another failure mode is what we call penny wise, pound foolish, where at a functional level, maybe I'm sub-optimizing what I think is best for this operational value stream when we're looking at it to design it, and it ends up being worse overall for the system. And then a third one is just too little, too late, where we try to get people involved with process development, but key decisions have been made, and the train has left the station, so it's too little, too late at that point.
Oh, I see. Eric, how about you? Your input on that?
The thing that I'd add on to what Matt just talked about is just going back to this idea of this profitable value streams. To actually do that, you need to get all the different functions collaborating together. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we don't see that collaboration happen. It might start in a particular functional area, and they get the bug about LPPD, and then that particular function stays out ahead of everybody and doesn't bring the organization along.
Okay.
And so then you kind of defeating the purpose of this, of this model line for an enterprise transformation.
Mm-hmm. Good point. So in your experiences, as I said, you're out there a lot working with companies on this. Why don't each of you give some tips on how people can have better success with collaboration?
The one thing that I'd start with real quick is to do it organically. And what I mean by that is I've seen at the opposite end of the spectrum where maybe an organization will say, okay, we're going to collaborate, and we're going to get all 15 functions or whatever the number is that's involved, and we're going to put them all in a room and say, okay, collaborate. And most of them don't know
that's not going to work.
what they're supposed to do. They think it's stupid, all that stuff. So maybe there is a small critical mass of folks that at least have an understanding or inkling of what this could be, and they start working together, and then as they're approaching some sort of decision point or something that's critical in nature, start thinking about, well, who should we get involved to get through this next phase? And pull them in, because now they have a purpose, a reason to be there, and then start to grow the team organically. So that's an approach.
Yeah, that's a very practical approach, it sounds like, too. Matt, what can you recommend?
Yeah, the only tip I have is, we don't want to try to boil the ocean in an organization, so we want to pick something that's real and get started as soon as possible. But many organizations sometimes think that they have to wait for the perfect time to pick something, but you can pick something even that's in process, and then to build off that collaboration, typically we try to spin that to an Obeya space where we talk about transparency of the work that needs to be done. So you can do that with the development team by doing a timeline on a wall, and then get focus. That gives you focus, and then that leads to better collaboration.
Now, you mentioned Obeya. I know there's viewers who are going to see this, and they're going to say, I don't want to use Japanese terms, so why don't we just explain briefly what Obeya is?
So I'll give my take, and then Eric can add on from an enterprise viewpoint, I think. So an Obeya is just a Japanese word for big room, but it typically is a room visual management where you look at, you have a customer wall, typically a timeline wall, metrics, key metrics that are glide paths to help predict if you're ahead or behind, as well as a problem-solving wall. But it's a space for a team to basically, Jim Morgan talks about, you want to, it's okay to be read but not stay read, or we don't want to, you can't manage a secret is another quote that comes out of his book from Alan Mullally, and it's a space where there's no secrets, and everything with the development program is visual.
Very open collaboration there.
That's right.
Okay.
Did I miss anything?
No, I think you handled that pretty
You got it? Okay, that's great, guys. Matt, Eric, thanks a lot for coming in and sharing your insights today.
Thanks, Chet.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about Obeya and lean product and process development, go to leanpd.org. That's leanpd.org. And sign up for Jim Morgan's monthly e-letter on lean development. And while you're there, check out all the other resources that are on the site. There's articles by Matt and Eric there, too. And pick up a copy of the insightful and practical book, Designing the Future. You'll learn how other companies are leveraging product development for enterprise transformation.